Hey everyone, we're on a short break at the moment, but today I wanted to discuss cybersecurity in the wake of the Optus hack and give you 5 simple steps to protect yourself online. As it's widely known, Optus has suffered a cyber attack recently that led to the disclosure of personal information of what could be up to 10 million Australians. And considering the minimum age to have a phone, we're talking about a huge chunk of our adult population potentially at risk. So yeah, this is a data breach of epic proportions. And it's more than just names and mobile numbers that were disclosed. In some cases, passport numbers, driver's license, and Medicare information has been breached. Now, to a criminal, you put those 3 data points together and you have more than enough information to commit things like ID fraud or financial theft. So, in the spirit of learning from bad situations and turning them around for our good, today I wanted to share 5 simple tips to keep your accounts and finances more secure online. Now, we obviously can't protect against every bad thing that may or may not happen to us in this life, especially in the digital world, which so much of our lives are now connected to and rely on. But like you would look 2 ways before crossing a street, we can increase our vigilance and resilience to our actions and behaviours in the digital world. That's at least the part that we can control. We can't control the mistakes of companies or government other than to vote or vote with our feet in the marketplace. Okay, so let's get into these tips. Number 1 is to use a unique password for each of your online accounts. Problem is, the average person has about 190 passwords. And if you're a business owner, you may have a lot more. So how do you do this? Well, the best way is to use a password manager. A password manager will help you generate account and login credentials really quickly, and even log into accounts really quickly, especially if you're using a device with a biometric login like Face ID. Simply log in through that and you can get into your accounts very easily. Password managers also have built-in dark web monitoring tools that help alert you when data breaches occur, and they'll also help you show your password health, i.e., how many repeat passwords that you've been using. So overall, they're a very helpful productivity tool to save time of logging in and out of accounts, but they can also generate those secure passwords and keep those saved securely. So all you have to remember is your master password to get into your password manager or your passphrase, and it can look after the passwords for you. So again, the average person has about 190 passwords. There is no way we can remember all those passwords. Now, there's a few different password management tools out there. We'll put some links in the show notes to the 3 most commonly used and highly rated ones. All right, tip number 2 is to enable 2-factor authentication on your emails and your accounts. You think about how important your email is, how many different accounts are linked to that, and how you can use your email to recover other accounts. So it's worth protecting your email. So 2-factor authentication, it stops about 99% of account compromises. Passwords are being exposed everywhere, and if it's not Optus, it's something else. Even Instagram, Facebook, Adobe, Canva, they've all had data breaches in the past. So 2-factor, or what they also call multi-factor authentication, is really important. It just adds that second step of authentication layer, which can be the one thing between you and a hacker getting your password and logging in. So you can do 2-factor authentication through an SMS code, or you can use an app like Authy. Tip number 3 is to turn on notifications in your banking app. This is so that you can get real-time alerts when transactions occur. And this just helps you catch fraudulent activity when it happens. So, you might wake up in the middle of the night and have a look at your phone and you go, wow, there's a notification there. Someone's spending money on my account. Well, that's obviously not me. So then you can contact the bank if you do see anything that looks suspicious. Side note, it's also helpful to see when your income lands in your account as well. So if your bank allows it as a feature, turn on those notifications in real time so you can see when your money's coming in and out of your account and be quicker to catch any fraudulent activity. Number 4 is to look out for suspicious emails, suspicious text messages, and calls, especially ones that are requesting personal or banking information. There have been a lot of new scams, even this week, since the Optus hack, and related to the Optus hack, such as SMS messages saying your new SIM card is in the mail, it's in delivery, please click here. Or there's also been a lot of false filings of tax returns and emails about overdue phone bills. Even straight out blackmail SMSs that have been saying if you don't pay a certain amount of money, in most cases it's $2,000, your Optus data that's been stolen will be released on the dark web. I think a lot of these are just bluffing. Please do not click or respond to any of those messages. And if you do get some kind of fraudulent or scam message, you can actually go to scamwatch.gov.au, and that's where you can report it. And that's probably the best thing and only thing you can do with a suspicious message. Okay, the last and final tip is to set up PayID. PayID is just a lot simpler and easier if you're transferring money between people. You don't have to hand out your account number and your BSB, which could potentially make it easier, that information for someone to target you. They're getting into your account, and you just receive the money a lot sooner. PayID, it's quite secure. A lot of the banks still run it through their fraud screening and detection tools, which are covered by their online banking guarantee. So checks are still in place at PayID. Speed in this case doesn't mean a compromise on security. Although that being said, no system is perfect. Someone could still set up a fraudulent PayID in someone else's name if they have their mobile number, for example, that's been compromised. So, a prevention tip for that would be if the registered payee name is displayed is not the intended recipient, so it's not the person you thought it should be when it comes up, then just call that payee and on a trusted number and just verify if that's actually them or not. And it could have just been a mistake. Maybe you've put their number or email in wrong and it's come up with someone else. So yeah, PayID, another great tip, just a lot quicker, simpler and safer to transfer money. Okay, well there we go. 5 simple steps to protect your accounts online. Use strong, unique passwords, enable 2-factor authentication, turn on real-time notifications with your money, and be on the lookout for suspicious emails and text messages and calls. Don't engage if you get one, and set up PayID. It's a lot quicker and simpler. If you have any tips, drop us a comment in our latest Instagram post at Waymaker Finance. Please note that this episode was recorded on the 30th of September, and information regarding the Optus hack may have changed since. All right, well, we'll be back soon with our regular shows. Have a great long weekend.